This is a CarNewsCafe.com podcast quick sip.
Hi, welcome to this CarNewsCafe.com podcast quick sip. This is Aaron Turpin. Today we're going to talk about the 2014 Scion TC. The Scion TC was the Toyota brand's second car after the XB People Mover began the entry-level Scion brand about 10 years ago. The TC had three main goals. That was to deliver a coupe style with good performance and on a budget. The 2014 Scion TC keeps with that formula and as a result is a great little car for its intended and very enthusiastic audience. After driving the little Scion TC for about a week, we put about 135 miles on the car. Most of that was because the weather was so bad that really nobody could drive anywhere, no matter what car you had. But during that time, we found out that the Scion TC is a great-looking little car. It has plenty of style and more power than is really necessary for it, which is exactly what those who want a car like this expect to get. It makes fast noises, it has enough versatility to be useful every day, and it kind of screams, "I'm single and I want to party." For commuters looking to maximize their MPG, for families, or for carpoolers, the TC is not going to be your car. For young first-time buyers looking for a fun little car that should come with a whiplash warning for those turning heads to watch it go by, this is the car. The 2014 Scion TC dumps practicality for fun, but not so much so that it has to be parked when there needs to be more than two people going to the party. At the heart of the TC's popularity are its great looks. It has conventional coupe styling with a fastback hatch shape. From there it gets interesting. The grille was all about sports with a wide opening, big scoops, and an abrupt bump right at the hood. This flows up to a fast curve to the windshield, all of which denote movement. The lines on the hood accelerate this feeling, and the NASCAR-style windscreen and flat roof taper suddenly at the back to enter the fastback rear, and then that has a slight trunk bump, which hints at a spoiler. The sides are smooth and simple with straight belt line and wonderful arrowhead rear glass that creates a big thick pillar. The clipped rear end has a muscle car appeal with slight bulges just over the rear tires to add some muscularity. Overall, it's a fast, simple design that just kind of says sports car at every point, especially with those great-looking 16-inch alloy wheels that hold the rubber to the road. Under the hood, the speeding-looking exterior cues continue as the 2014 Scion TC is powered by a 2.5-liter four-cylinder engine, which is coupled to a 6-speed sequential automatic transmission. All that drives the front wheels. This combination delivers 179 horsepower, which is about 79 more than this car actually needs were it made to be just a boring sedan. Since it's not, those extra horses instead give the car the kind of fun factor that only having more power than you should have can give. Obviously, the Scion TC is not going to win circuit races in its stock form, but it will make for fun times when you're jumping off the light, bounding up the freeway on-ramp, and stuff like that. The car's exhaust has a wide open sound that adds to this and generally makes older people kind of smirk and roll their eyes. The Scion TC is easier to climb into and to get out of than most people would probably think. When I first saw the car, I assumed I was going to need a shoehorn to get my 6'3" frame inside it, but that wasn't the case. This is because the doors are very large and the deceptively tight fit of the car's look doesn't translate to a tight interior. It's actually pretty roomy for a coupe. The back seats won't fit anyone from the football team except maybe the kicker, but the open appeal of the cabin and its rear hatch creates a big space for such a small car. Those rear seats are split folding, allowing for flat cargo space when it's required. Front seats are comfortable and sporty, and at just $20,000 or so, this car comes very well connected. The Pioneer Display audio system is a full touchscreen of access and pipes through a great 8-speaker system that resounds in this small car really well. The Pioneer system is very easy to use and is a big step up from what Toyota normally puts in their cars. The interior is very smart for such a low-priced automobile. It shows off the value that Scion used to build its name. Once behind the wheel, the TC virtually demands that you crank the tunes and shove the pedal down. It's a truly fun car to drive. Road noise is very excessive, but at this price point, what do you expect? And that 8-speaker stereo more than makes up for it. Only the stodgiest of folks will disagree, and those people probably aren't in the market for this car anyway. The TC handles well in most situations, makes a lot of everyday driving more fun. It does not handle well in snow and ice, mostly thanks to that too powerful engine and the car's light weight. The EPA gives the 2014 Scion TC a 26 mile per gallon combined rating, which breaks down to 23 miles per gallon in the city and 31 on the highway. In real-world use, we saw higher city numbers, which were around 25, but lower highway numbers, more like 27 or 28. So achieving that overall 26 miles per gallon is probably realistic. Just don't expect to get better freeway mileage than it says it's capable of. The trouble with the TC is it's just hard to not mash the pedal down at every opportunity and drive in a very non-eco way. This is kind of a big part of the car's appeal, though. Competition for the Scion TC. Well, the chief competitor is the Hyundai Veloster. There's also a two-door Kia Forte as well as a two-door Honda Civic. Of the three, though, the Veloster is the only competitor for low price point and has much of the same appeal as the TC does. For most buyers, the decision between that Scion TC and the Hyundai Veloster is mostly going to be about styling, since the Hyundai is a somewhat more aggressive look. The Kia Forte and Honda Civic in their two-door formats are slightly higher priced competitors, but offer a little more sedate and contemporary look and a little more driving dynamic compared to that TC. But, like I said, there is a big price difference. To sum it all up, the 2014 Scion TC offers everything the buyer looking for a fun sports car on a budget could ask for. It's got a fun driving dynamic, great looks, and isn't so impractical that you'll have to park it most of the time. All of that comes at a great price point. So for CarNewsCafe.com, this has been Aaron Turpin with a podcast quick sip on the 2014 Scion TC. We'll talk to you again soon.